Welcome back to my humble mess. Today I'm just going to show you what goes into making a new product, and some of that's a little trial and error. And one of the things I was looking into for doing my new power feed, because I'm going to use a smaller box, make it a little more convenient to have, is cool it with a fan, because I'm going to these big 425-inch stepper motors. And I don't want them to cook, and I don't want the driver to cook inside the box. And so consequently I want to run some cold air in there. So here, let's start this up, remembering that black wires matter, for they are the ground, and this is a polarized connection. Now listen to the sound of this fan. Free running, and let's have a look at the flow using this high-tech flow device. As you can see, it works okay. It's not the fastest thing in the world. Now, sitting down beside this, you'll see I have two filters, and I would like to make sure that I keep the swarf out of this box. One filter as it comes, and you can see there's you can see right through the filter, but the grid on it is restrictive. So I cut that grid back to this, and I did it on both sides, and you can see through it, and it's still restrictive. The filter itself is somewhat restrictive, but not too bad. So let's try this out. Black wires matter again. Otherwise I will be running this the wrong way. So I'm just going to put up this, and listen to the sound of this fan. Listen to it load up when I put this on it. Doesn't sound too bad. I gotta bolt it down because that takes a while, but as you see, it mostly swirls back on itself. It's not even interested in blowing outward. Let me flex this the other way, give it a little hand, just to give it the benefit of the doubt. It still pulls back in the center, which is not good. Now watch what happens when I drop this. Okay, so now let's go see the one that I've cut about half of the, actually about 2/3 of the stuff out of it. Oops, excuse me. My boo-boo. And it's still not all that good. I drop it off, and that flows good. I may wind up putting two fans in this thing to get the flow that I really want in it. And I'm probably just going to cover them with a wire grill. I think that's just going to be all that I do with it. And my advice is just going to be, keep it away from the mill. I'm going to give plenty of wire to do just that. But the other alternative is to go to an insanely big case, add more to the cost, and go to a 5 1/4 inch fan. But I think that's a little much. This fan here blows great as is. A second one with it will help immensely. And I'm just going to throw on just a silver wire grill, and I think that's all I'm going to need. And I'm just going to give you the advice of keeping the thing at the reach of the wire away from the machine itself. And I think that'll do plenty good. But if you want one of these filters, you put them on at your own peril to overheat the driver, because I am not real happy with that. Let me bring you back to hearing it load up. And you've seen what it did to the flow. That's even worse. I mean, get the same effect by almost covering it up, but like I say, it flows good this way. And I think I'll just go run with it with just a wire grill. And welcome to what goes into making a new product and putting it out there. Most outfits would stick a fan on it and say, hey, I did a job, I stuck a fan to it. I actually go through the steps to make sure it works good, because eventually I'll ship these out to you and you'll put it through its paces, then you'll ship it back saying, hey, it overheated. I don't want to hear that. I'd just rather hear you happily making chips. Mine doesn't have a fan in it at all, but it drops speed off the oscillator, and one of these fans is going to be blowing straight on the step generator, and that'll take care of that. But you gotta check everything going in. I don't want to sell 10 of them and have 10 of them come back to me. I'm going to put this one together. I'm going to use it for about 2 weeks, and I used the heck out of them. I've used mine for 6 years, and I've worn out a lead screw with it. So I definitely put some use to them. But no filter for you. As much as I'd like to, I don't think I should. And 2 pans would be quite nice, so I'm going to cut off these little squares. I don't have a hole saw big enough for this, and this metric, it's 60 millimeter, and the closest I can find is 50, and I'm not going to sit there with a boring bar for all that. I'm going to bring this out a little bit more and then use my 1-inch end mill and put a nice curve on those, bring those up into play. Well, this is the first one. It's kind of a prototype, and this is where you start. It took me 3 prototypes to sell a tachometer, to sell my first one. Yeah, I wasn't happy with the first 2, but the third one I was happy with, and when I was happy with it, that's when I started marketing them. And when you look at my eBay page, nobody has any complaints with them. And I expect to do the same with this. If you bought it from me, we stand behind it.